Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, and beloved friends, I stand before you today to discuss a concept that is both profound and transformative. Think higher. In a world often beset by challenges and complexities, the ability to elevate our thinking becomes not just a luxury, but a necessity. It is through thinking higher that we unlock innovation, progress, and the potential for a brighter future. To think higher is to transcend the limitations of conventional wisdom, to rise above the mundane and the routine, and to dare to dream of possibilities yet unseen. It requires courage, imagination, and a willingness to challenge the status quo. It demands that we question assumptions, push boundaries, and explore the uncharted territories of the mind. At its core, thinking higher is about expanding our horizons, both intellectually and spiritually. It is about breaking free from the constraints of narrow-mindedness and embracing the vastness of human potential. It is about recognizing that the greatest achievements in history were once mere figments of imagination, brought to life through the power of visionary thinking. Think for a moment about the towering achievements of human civilization. The magnificent structures that defy gravity, the awe-inspiring works of art that stir the soul, the groundbreaking discoveries that have revolutionized our understanding of the universe. Each of these accomplishments was made possible by individuals who dared to think higher, who refused to accept the limitations of the present, and instead reached for the stars. But thinking higher is not just the prerogative of a select few. It is a capacity inherent in all of us, waiting to be cultivated and unleashed. It is a muscle that grows stronger with exercise, a skill that improves with practice. And just as we train our bodies to run faster and jump higher, so too can we train our minds to think deeper and soar higher. So how do we cultivate this ability to think higher? How do we tap into the wellspring of creativity and inspiration that lies within each of us? The answer lies in curiosity and wonder, in the relentless pursuit of knowledge and understanding. It lies in the willingness to embrace uncertainty, to grapple with complexity, and to welcome the unfamiliar with open arms. Thinking higher is not a mere aspiration. It is a journey that begins with self-awareness and introspection. To think higher is to transcend the confines of conventional wisdom and tap into the boundless reservoirs of human creativity and ingenuity. But how do we embark on this journey? How do we navigate the labyrinth of our minds and unlock the hidden potentials within? Let us embark on this quest together as we unravel the secrets of thinking higher. Cultivate curiosity. The first step on the path to thinking higher is to cultivate a spirit of curiosity, a thirst for knowledge and understanding that propels us forward on our intellectual journey. Curiosity is the spark that ignites the flame of inquiry, driving us to question the world around us and seek out new avenues of exploration. It is the driving force behind scientific discovery, artistic innovation, and philosophical inquiry. Cultivating curiosity requires us to embrace uncertainty, to welcome the unknown with open arms, and to approach each new challenge as an opportunity for growth. Embrace complexity. In a world that often seeks simplicity and clarity, the ability to embrace complexity is a hallmark of higher thinking. Complexity is the fertile soil from which creativity springs forth, the crucible in which new ideas are forged. To think higher is to embrace the inherent messiness of life, to grapple with ambiguity and paradox, and to recognize that the world is not always black and white. Embracing complexity requires us to cultivate a tolerance for ambiguity, to resist the temptation to oversimplify, and to engage with ideas and perspectives that challenge our preconceptions. Practice critical thinking. Critical thinking is the cornerstone of higher thinking, the ability to analyze, evaluate, and synthesize information in order to form reasoned judgments and make informed decisions. Critical thinking requires us to question assumptions, to evaluate evidence objectively, and to consider alternative perspectives. It is the antidote to dogma and ideology, the bulwark against misinformation and propaganda. Practicing critical thinking requires us to hone our analytical skills, to sharpen our powers of discernment, and to approach each new idea with a healthy dose of skepticism. Cultivate creativity. Creativity is the lifeblood of higher thinking, the engine that drives innovation, exploration, and discovery. To think higher is to tap into the wellspring of creativity that lies within each of us, to harness the power of imagination and innovation in service of a greater good. Cultivating creativity requires us to embrace failure as an inevitable part of the creative process, to cultivate a sense of playfulness and experimentation, and to cultivate an environment that fosters creativity and innovation. Nurture empathy. Empathy is the bridge that connects us to one another, the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. To think higher is to recognize the inherent dignity and worth of every human being, to cultivate compassion and empathy in our interactions with others, and to strive for a more just and equitable world. Nurturing empathy requires us to listen actively, to seek out diverse perspectives, and to challenge our own biases and prejudices. It is through empathy that we forge meaningful connections with others, build bridges of understanding, and create a more inclusive and compassionate society. Cultivate resilience. Resilience is the bedrock upon which higher thinking is built, the ability to persevere in the face of adversity, to bounce back from setbacks, and to continue moving forward in pursuit of our goals. To think higher is to embrace failure as a natural and inevitable part of the learning process, to view obstacles as opportunities for growth, and to cultivate a mindset of resilience and determination. Cultivating resilience requires us to cultivate a growth mindset, to focus on what we can control, and to draw strength from our setbacks and challenges. But thinking higher also requires humility, for true wisdom comes not from thinking we have all the answers, but from recognizing how much we still have to learn. It requires empathy, for understanding the perspectives of others is essential to expanding our own worldview. And it requires perseverance, for the path to greatness is often fraught with obstacles and setbacks. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being present in the moment, of paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and sensations without judgment. To think higher is to cultivate a deep sense of awareness and presence, to quiet the chatter of the mind and connect with the deeper currents of our being. Practicing mindfulness requires us to cultivate a regular meditation practice, to engage in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment, and to cultivate a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the present moment. Seek wisdom. Wisdom is the culmination of a life well lived, the ability to discern what is true and meaningful, to navigate the complexities of life with grace and humility, and to cultivate a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. To think higher is to seek wisdom in all its forms, to learn from our experiences, to draw inspiration from the wisdom of others, and to cultivate a sense of reverence for the mysteries of existence. Seeking wisdom requires us to cultivate a beginner's mind, to approach life with curiosity and openness, and to recognize that true wisdom lies not in knowing all the answers, but in asking the right questions. In conclusion, the journey of thinking higher is one of self-discovery, growth, and transformation. It is a journey that requires courage, curiosity, and a willingness to embrace the unknown. But it is also a journey that holds the promise of untold rewards, a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us, a greater sense of connection and purpose, and a profound sense of awe and wonder at the vastness of human potential. As we embark on this journey together, let us remember that the power to think higher lies within each of us, that we have the ability to transcend the limitations of the present and reach for the stars. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and determination, and let us never lose sight of the transformative power of thinking higher. Yet, despite the challenges that may lie ahead, we must never lose sight of the transformative power of thinking higher. We must never forget that every great achievement in history began with a single thought, a spark of inspiration that ignited the flames of progress. And we must never underestimate the impact that our own thoughts and actions can have on the world around us. For when we think higher, we not only elevate ourselves, but we also lift up those around us. We become beacons of hope in a world too often shrouded in darkness. We inspire others to dream big, to reach for the impossible, and to never settle for mediocrity. And in doing so, we become agents of change, catalysts for a better tomorrow. So let us commit ourselves, here and now, to thinking higher in all that we do. Let us embrace the challenges that lie ahead with courage and determination. Let us push the boundaries of what is possible and dare to imagine a future where anything is possible. And let us never forget that the power to shape our destiny lies not in the stars, but in our own hands. In closing, I leave you with the words of the great philosopher Aristotle, who once said, "It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it." Let us strive to be educated in the truest sense of the word, to think higher and reach further than we ever thought possible. For in the end, it is not the limits of the sky that constrain us, but the limits of our own imagination. Thank you.